Have you ever worked with someone who just finds it so difficult to own up to their mistakes? One of the things I have learned as a professional is that my reputation is shaped more by how I respond to mistakes when they happen and less by the mistake itself. Mistakes are sometimes inevitable, and anyone can make a mistake. Even high performers make mistakes. And your boss is looking for three things. Your boss is looking for the ability to acknowledge when a mistake happens and the actions that you are taking to correct that mistake and what you are doing to prevent that mistake from recurring in the future. It is very important you understand that as a professional, your professional presence is strengthened more by how you respond in uncomfortable situations, especially when you make a mistake. So today I am going to share with you some of the ways in which you can professionally handle mistakes when they happen. And the first way is owning up to your mistake and focusing on solutions. So once you realize that you have made a mistake, acknowledge it promptly instead of making excuses. Let's say, for instance, you forgot to schedule an interview with the candidate and this caused a delay in the recruitment process. Now, instead of making excuses by saying that I was very busy and just had a lot going on, try acknowledging the mistake. Say that I missed scheduling the interview, but I've already spoken to the candidate and arranged a new time. I've also informed the hiring manager about the same. You see, this shows accountability in action, something that your manager, something that your boss is looking for. This shows that you are someone who is able to recognize when a mistake happens, and you're someone who doesn't make excuses but focuses on solutions. The second way to professionally handle a mistake when it happens is by separating responsibility from self-worth. It doesn't mean that if you make a mistake you are incompetent. Even high performers make mistakes. Anyone can make a mistake. It's only that high performers choose to respond to mistakes in a different way. So once a mistake happens, instead of starting to speak negative things about yourself, that I am bad at my job and I cannot do anything right, instead of saying these negative things to yourself, try focusing on the solutions. Say that I recognize that I have made an error and this is what I'm going to do because this mistake has already happened. This is what I'm going to do about it. These are some of the steps that I'm going to take so that this mistake doesn't happen again in the future. The main goal here is that you learn from the mistake and not be defined by it. The third way to professionally handle a mistake when it happens is by staying calm when receiving feedback. One of the reasons people find it so difficult to acknowledge their mistakes is because feedback can be so uncomfortable. And how you respond under such uncomfortable situations defines how you are perceived at work. So when you are receiving negative feedback, avoid being defensive, avoid making excuses, avoid arguing immediately, avoid interrupting. You don't have to agree with every piece of that feedback instantly. What you need to do is just listen. Listen and go and make the necessary improvements. What your boss is looking for is the ability to learn from that mistake, ability to receive feedback positively and then be able to correct it. Listening carefully strengthens your professional presence and shows maturity. It shows ability to learn from your mistakes and ability to grow, because mistakes are meant to help us grow, and we are not defined by our mistakes.